Welcome or welcome back to Herald Hearth. You can call me Auntie A, and I'm so excited that you're here with me today. We have a reading coming up, and so we're opening up with our Seed and Sickle Oracle deck. Lots happening here. These ones? No? Okay. Let's start with this. There's a lot of energy coming up. Rose. The Rosary 14-5. Interesting. Okay. There's a change upcoming for you. There's a shift. Right now, at the time I'm filming this is just after the summer solstice in the North Hemisphere. And this is giving very heavy midsummer vibes. Very heavy. So I read this as 14, pardon me, it was 41. Okay, let's dig in. Let's see what's going on here. It is the final card in the autumn season of this this oracle deck. There's 4 seasons, and this is the final one in the stage of fall or autumn. Hanging a rose from a ceiling, a tradition which started with Romans and continues today, indicates that any conversation which takes place in its presence must be kept in the strictest of confidence. It's time to finally tell that secret that's been gnawing away at you. Choose your confidant carefully. It may be that they've had something they've also been wanting to share. Your relationship can only grow stronger through trusting each other. Okay, there's a big shift, and it has to do with a secret. It has to do with a secret that's coming to the surface, to be revealed, to be addressed. On the bottom of this deck, I was using this deck at the local market I was just at this weekend, and the sun is still on the bottom of the deck from that weekend over the solstice. Thank you to anybody who happened to come along and get a reading from me there. That was such a wonderful experience. Thank you. All right. Spirits, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians. The secret is being revealed. You've brought it to our attention, so tell us more. The Empress. Beautiful. There is a tiger here on this, as well as a small creature on her shoulder. Wearing a crown of stars. So there's something to do with a secret, perhaps, that you've been harboring. Protection. Incubation. Interesting. This is a very contemplative pile. It's a very quiet pile. I was expecting something a little bit more external, as my kind of energy coming up to this was very like expressive and big, but in this moment it feels almost hesitant, like you're not quite ready to say it out loud. You don't quite feel ready. It's been hidden for so long that you're like, wait, really? Wait, actually? Wait, it's really time? And Spirit is saying, yes, it's really time. Let's see here, what do we have? Yeah, it's really, really time. It is really time. Justice. Justice. That is important. Oof, I'm feeling like a weight kind of being lifted off my spine. There's Libra energy for sure. There's Venusian, like Venus energy, Aphrodite. 11-11. And the Two of Swords. Okay, Justice and the Two of Swords. This is a choice. This is a choice. There was something that came up in a reading when the Two of Swords came up, and this Two of Swords has a falcon with a falconing hood on it. And the reason that the falconer's hood is put there is that so the bird doesn't get distracted while it's being trained. And I'm getting the sense that you are also having your eyes, like some of your senses, covered for just a moment in order to be able to understand and make this choice clearly. There's a very distinct sense of you don't have to speak this aloud, but if you're going to, now is the time. Tell us a bit more about this choice. What are the two choices that we have? Is it speaking aloud this hidden truth, and its opposite, keeping it silent? Yeah, I'm really feeling that might be the choice, because I'm getting this sense of like, you can choose to wield this truth and wield this justice. This was sticking out of the deck, so let's take a look. Aha! The Empress again. Okay, so there's some very serious Empress energy here. Wow. The Empress twice. 3-3. You've been harboring something in silence and carrying the weight of it for too long. And Spirit is coming here through this moment, through this video, whenever you're finding it, to tell you that it's time to let go, to release. I believe this is the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, the Page or Knight of Pentacles. It might be the Knight. Sorry, these poor cards came to me in a very sad and damaged condition. So sometimes they hold their secrets a little bit more, but that's okay. So we have a Page of Pentacles. You might feel like a little bit worried to make the step because you're a little bit concerned that maybe you don't know enough, that maybe you're not an expert enough, you're too much of a beginner. But I'm really getting the sense of like that's part of this. It doesn't like detract from this like insane Empress energy that's coming up here. Like this is heavy Empress energy. This is heavy like feminine energy, and that doesn't mean that that doesn't have anything to do with your gender or your expression. That just has to do with archetypal energy. The Nine of Swords. You have been kept up. You have not been sleeping properly. Whatever this is has been weighing on you so heavily that you have not been sleeping right. And it's getting to the point where you're starting to feel a little nuts. And I want to say that mindfully, because health, mental health is, everybody's, got their own experience of it. But you're starting to feel a little bit loopy. Starting to feel a little bit like, I'm really getting this sense of like, I'm counting and recounting these things. And I'm like, ooh, man, it's like, Spirit saying like, you need rest. You got to sit back and receive. And this thing is weighing on you. Tell us a little bit more, Spirit. What is going on here? Back to the Seed and Sickle? Yeah. Okay. We're going to go back to our Oracle deck, and pull a little bit more insight. Let's see here. This secret, this thing keeping them up, this choice. Can we get some insight into this corner here, the relationship with this choice, this Two of Swords, this justice? What is this justice? What is this justice for? Okay, to what is this justice for? I definitely just got like each of you will know. So this is clearly a message for more than one person. It's definitely a message that has to do with your person, like your situation. It must be detailed enough and varied enough that I can't speak to it necessarily from this perspective of doing a collective reading, but that's okay. So can we get some more insight? Thank you. Elder. Okay. Elder, 34-7. Interesting. And on the bottom we have Bracken, which I find interesting because of the visual comparison. So let's read Elder together. And right now we're using the Dusk guidebook. It was the guidebook out of the Dawn and Dusk options that I had for the Seed and Sickle Oracle deck that I felt was appropriate for this reading. So nestled between Ivy and Dandelion in the fall of this book, we have Elder. The knots in the elder tree are used by the German Waldgeister as doorways through the forest. A new opportunity is coming for you, and only you, and it's coming into your life soon. But like the elder gateways, it may not be instantly recognizable. Only you will see it for what it is. So keep your eyes peeled for signs that seem particularly personal to you. Okay, so this confirms for me that this justice is personal justice. This justice is something that is very specific very specific to your situation, like to the point where only you could be the one to put the pieces together. Oh, got a little bit of movement on my... Ooh, let's try this. Don't want anything to fall over. There we go. Set that down. Spirit, take us a little bit deeper. This elder tree, this pathway, this new opportunity. It's in here somewhere. Where are you? Come here, you. There it is. You might be hesitant. I'm getting a lot of hesitation in certain moments. A lot of hesitation. A lot of kind of pausing and being unsure. That's okay. I'm not here to admonish you for taking your time. Knight of Wands, but the Knight of Wands is here to say you might have to pick up the speed a little bit. I'm getting this image of a train going by at a pace that you could catch and jump onto, but only if you run and you start running soon enough. So I'm just going to put that there. I'm just going to, yeah, we're going to continue on. Where to next, Spirit? Here? No, here? Yeah, okay. We're going to go into our Smith-Waite tarot deck a little bit here. And let's continue peeling back the layers of this situation. I really am sensing like not as much of an admonishment from Spirit, but your Spirit team going like, hey, like eyes open, head up, you are actively moving right now. You know, your horse is running a part of the race, and so don't be yanking on its reins to try and slow him down because you feel like it might be a little bit out of control. This is an opportunity for you to be brave. This is an opportunity for you to build up your bravery and your courage and to face part of this. 7 crows, boundaries, yeah, limitations. So this is my card about boundaries, about personal boundaries. It's an art card that came with the deck that I use. Personal boundaries are really important, and this speaks to this woman can only set the boundary. She can't actually force this man to listen to it. But her hand up tells me that she is placing the boundary down and then saying, if you don't follow this boundary or respect this boundary, I will just remove myself from the situation. Also, I have 7 birds along the top. I always think of the crow rhyme, and 7 is for a secret never to be told. So you were super prepared for this to be a situation that you just didn't say. You just didn't ever bring up again. You just didn't ever talk about again. And Spirit is saying like, yeah, but you're not even sleeping. Like this is weighing on you. This is the time to speak out this secret, and it's precious and it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but the race is on, you know, and there's a sense of like, it's not terrible to hesitate, but help me find the words, Spirit. I want to find the words because I want to be understanding, because I'm a very hesitant choice maker as well. Like I understand being risk averse, just to talk like express my own experience, you know, because I understand being risk adverse. I understand wanting to like consider all of the options. This feels like a moment where Spirit is saying you have to trust your instinct. You gotta trust your Spirit team. Yeah, Temperance. But it's in reverse, and it's what that's telling me is that like this needs to be emptied and released so that it doesn't I'm getting this image of like water sloshing in a really large basin and like sloshing more until it all kind of like pours out over the edge and makes a really big mess. And you know, I'm even seeing it on the level of like something like the Hudson's Bay, which has some of the largest tidal waves in the tide lines in the world, simply because of the way that the water moves and the way that the environmental factors all work, make it so that the water shifts from side to side. And same thing with Lake Superior. It can cause false tides where it's not actually connected to the ocean, but it still moves like a tidal rising. So I'm getting this sense of like, this has to do with like your emotional well-being and balance. This has to do with like connecting deeper with yourself and integrating a part of yourself in a new way. And that's why it's taking some courage, because you're having to match your crown and what you know to be true through spirit and through your experience, through Kether, through the Holy Spirit, and you have to match that with kind of the fire of your solar plexus in your heart. So down here we have this fire symbol in his chest, and so I'm really getting this sense of like, this is about integration. This is about something that maybe is a little bit unexpected, maybe feels a little bit like, what do you mean we're running, we're racing, we're going fast, don't hesitate, I have to be careful. And Spirit says, yeah, you have to be careful with a sword, but at a certain point, when you're skilled enough with it, hesitation is more unsafe than trusting your skills and your knowledge. There's a tipping point there. Because if a master swordsman has worked so hard on their skills, they've honed their muscle reflexes, they've honed their muscle memory to the point where if they're going to hesitate, they're actually stopping that muscle memory process. When you're a beginner, you hesitate with sharp blades if you're training with them in any way, in a kitchen, in stage fighting, anything. You are super hesitant with those blades because you haven't built up that experiential knowledge yet. But this is not like a beginner spread. This is not like and that's no offense if this might not be for everybody, this reading. This is something that you have held on to for a long time, and you've been doing work for a long time. Like, I love my baby witches out there, but I'm not sure this is for somebody just starting their journey. Okay? Because this note about not hesitating comes with, because you have honed your skills, because you have built up the muscle memory. Okay? That's not for everybody. You're going to know it deep down if you know it. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which tells me this Empress card is not just personal. This is a community Empress card. Know yourself. Know your value. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles again. So I'm getting more of this Knight of Pentacles energy of slow and steady progress, of just showing up, even if you don't exactly know what that's going to look like, of stepping through portals because you kept your eyes open. I feel like there's a few more cards. The Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so the Hierophant might represent somebody in your life who has been telling you to do something a certain way. Or spiritual teaching or spiritual teachers in your life who have expressed things to be a certain way. And this is stepping up and stepping out and stepping away from that system. The Empress comes at number 3 in the major arcana. The Hierophant follows at number 5. A false prophet I'm getting. Maybe somebody spoke things over you from a position of religious power. And that was something that you believed, or they decreed that this should be kept silent. Yeah, 9 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You've not been sleeping right. And this, they decreed that this thing should be left silent. And I'm really getting this sense of Spirit's turning that on its head. Can I get a little bit more insight here? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on with this false teacher, false prophet, false prophecy, Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm getting vengeance. I'm getting anger. I'm getting excessive passion without control. Volatility. Unintentional burning. Okay, can I get a little bit more? Will this do it? No. What's going to give me the insight on this that we need? Ooh, interesting. I'm going to pull out the Citadel Oracle, which is a fantasy oracle deck by, I believe, Fen Inkrite. Yeah. Yeah, let's take a look here and get some insight. What is going on with this false prophet? What is going on with this reversed Hierophant, this reversed spiritual leader? Please jump out. Please make yourself known, because This feels kind of insidious to me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying like you're in danger. I'm not saying that like you're in danger from this reading energetically. I'm just saying that like the representation, the mirroring of this energy is quite, it's trying to come off in a certain way, but it's really coming off quite insidiously. Yeah, okay, so they were biding their time. They were planning ahead. This is something that has been maybe, okay, so I was wrong about unintentional burning, but something was intentional. Thank you. New projects and learning. Ooh, okay. They're gonna have to learn a couple of things. And maybe you're a part of that process. Oof, the miser. Yeah, stubbornness, inflexibility. That feels like what it is. Okay. Maybe this might have been a mentor as well. A mentor who was supposed to be trusted to speak life, to speak aid and help. Where to next, Spirit? How do you want to do this? Here. Okay. Thank you. And I'm really getting the sense of like, they might have said that this should be kept quiet. I'm really getting the sense of like, it's time to speak up. It is so time to speak up, because this has to do with your community. This has to do with the wider space around you. Let's see here. Yeah. 6 of Wands. Celebration. Yeah. Celebration. Absolutely. And the Tower. Okay. The Tower came out in reversed, and I'm really, really, really feeling like that is because it is a mirror. We're looking at this miserly figure, and we're getting a Tower moment for this figure. I'm really, really seeing that. There's this idea that like, I'm really getting the sense that you're the kind of person who doesn't seek revenge. You're the kind of person who doesn't seek out vengeance, who would prefer things to just smooth over, maybe, who would prefer to just move on and put it behind you. But yeah, fast energy. But what I'm getting from this is like, no, part of the plan is actually you speaking up. Part of the plan, like part of the path to justice in this is this choice of yours to speak up. And I am not here to tell you that speaking up is easy. Not at all. Remember how this card said, choose your confidant carefully. That's super important. Don't just go to this false prophet, this false mentor, this individual that's kind of behaving in a stubborn and inflexible way, and just tell them like, no, don't do that. Like, trust your instinct. Speak to somebody you trust. Also, I'm just gonna make a side note. I don't generally make these videos for folks who are under 18. Generally, these are for adults. But I just want to make a note that if you are younger than 18, even if you are younger than like 20, and this is something that's going on for you, please, like, please find a trusted, safe adult somewhere. Speaking up if something's happened to you is really important. I'm not going to go any deeper because this is not meant for children. But I just wanted to put that out there in case there is somebody young watching this. Please speak up. Please find a safe person to speak up to. It matters. You matter. What you've gone through matters. Okay. I'm going to leave that part there. But let's see here. We have the 8 of Wands coming out, and I'm kind of shifting this back to like the adults in the room, because I really feel like this is a reading for other adults. This Tower moment is coming down, and it is not your job to save this person from it. Like, all love, all respect, it's not your job. This energy is coming in fast. There's the celebration energy, like you're being lauded and applauded. And then I'm getting this 8 of Wands, this fast energy. Additionally, in my hand, we have the Knave of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. Yeah, another confirmation that, like, I don't see you as walking into this with the heart of somebody who is seeking revenge or seeking to cause someone pain. You're seeking to bring justice and to keep more pain from occurring. This one, yeah. You're seeking more justice to make right and to prevent more harm. And you are the Empress. Like, your word matters. The sun, look at that. Your word matters. You speaking up about this and exposing the secret matters. And the sun is shining on you. The 10 of Pentacles is over you. There are 2 beautiful Empress cards here. Justice. Like, I feel so much safety in this reading for you. I really, really do. 4 of Swords, safe enough to rest, to sleep. Please sleep if you're able to. Okay? The Hierophant again. Interesting. So what's on this page? What's on this Hierophant that's not on the other one? Let's find out. Okay, so let me show you. We have a bear spirit. We have the crown of spirit on his hand, pointing upward. And the 2 crossed keys, which are also in the original Hierophant card. But this feels newer. This feels refreshed. This feels like a new Hierophant being put in place, a new prophet being put in place. And I think that you, as this Empress position, is a part of making that happen. This is the key. This is the key. Justice is the key to this situation. This purple that I'm seeing across. Is there any other messages, any other cards today, Spirit? I'd love to finish this off with some support for these lovely folks, because this isn't an easy reading. Yeah, Ace of Swords, truth. Oh, truth, absolutely. Oof. You're being handed the sword of truth. You've been holding it and guarding it. This golden eagle is wearing a crown of spirit on their head. And this sword is dark and light both. You have the capacity to impact harm or good with this situation. You have the truth in your hand, and how you wield it matters. This is a choice. So see, we have the golden eagle and the Ace of Swords, who's connected to Kether and then takes a moment to blind themselves to the outside world, to go inward, to truly sit with their instincts and make a choice. And then they take that choice forward, and with it is done justice is done. What else? What else, Spirit? This is in your hands. You might not feel like it. You might not feel powerful. You might not feel like an Empress. I'm getting this, I think it's from like the Prince Caspian, like the Narnia Prince Caspian. For sure the film, I can't remember the book, but there's this phrase where Caspian speaks to Aslan and says, something along the lines of like, I am not ready to be king. I don't want to be king. I don't think I'll make a good king. And Aslan says, that is exactly why you have been chosen. And I'm getting that same feeling for you. And you're like, I'm not an Empress. I'm just me. Like, I'm not this powerful spirit. Like, I don't see myself as this powerful spiritual being with the ability to impact spiritual outcomes, like court outcomes almost. Higher court, higher justice. But you do. Your truth matters. The truth that you speak matters. Last one, Queen of Swords, absolutely. You are not only holding the position of the Empress, but you're also holding the Queen of Swords, and on the bottom of the deck, the Magician. You have everything within you need. The Queen of Swords, and okay, I just moved this and the Queen of Pentacles fell out too, so we're gonna put that right here as well. You have come so far. Really, truly. You are so anointed is what I just heard. You are far more precious to spirit than you even realize. And your experience matters. Last card. What's the last card for these folks, Spirit? Let's close this up for these lovely people who've been here. Ooh, this one? No. Yes. Okay. Okay. Again, we have the Tower card in reverse, and we have the Magician over it. Okay. This figure, whoever it is, has been thieving for too long. This figure has been taking what is not theirs to take. This figure has been siphoning away that which was meant for other places. And this tower that they've been living in and making their kingdom out of and making their, what's the word? I want to say like pedigree, but that's not it. Provenance. Like they've been making it the thing that shows that they are who they say they are, and they are worthy of that role. I'm not here to tell you it's your job to say who's worthy and who's not, and even it's my job, but this is what I'm getting. I just got another reverse tarot. This person is going through it, and it is not your job to save them. It's not. You are the magician. You have everything you need within you. You have the eternal spirit. You have this hope that you are holding on to. Speak good words over yourself. I am divine. I am wise. I am capable of making a decision. I do carry truth. I know how to wield it. I know how to manifest good abundance into my reality. I understand how to recognize rot at the cornerstones. And I'm speaking up so that the other people in that tower can make their own choice to step out of it before it falls down. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Again, 10 of Pentacles. This isn't just about you. And it is a choice. But you're being encouraged to speak up, even if your voice shakes. My love goes with you, truly. I am so proud of you. I am so hopeful for you. If you feel led to share at all, if you want to share in the comments at all, you are more than welcome to. If you want to come back and tell me about what's going on for you, I'd be very curious, but you do not have to. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being here today. Thank you for your spirit. Thank you for being present and being willing to share in this energy, in this space with me today. If you're interested, I do give words. If you're interested, I do offer private readings. If you're interested in that, please give me an email at the email linked below in my description box. That's the only way to contact me, but I would be more than happy to give you the relevant information. But all of that aside, thank you for being here today. I wish you the best of luck. I really, truly do. I wish you power. I wish you wisdom. And I wish more than anything that you find some peace and rest amongst all of this, because you need it and you deserve it. Take care of yourself. This has been Herald and Hearth. My name's Auntie A, and I really hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.